Listen, before you watch this video, I need you to like and subscribe, man. The goal is to get as many college coaches to this platform as possible to get these kids scholarships. So in order to do that, I need you to like and subscribe to this video and even share it.
Yo,
What's up?
I'm gonna say that camera a little dusty, my boy.
Yeah, I know, man. It's chicken grease. And hold on. I'll be right back.
All right, bet. Let's see what Z at. Listen, man, we gonna talk about what we talking about this morning. We talking about it was an incident in Atlanta at a junior high, middle school, assaulted a principal. Basically, we're gonna talk about that. Talk about making a WNBA. Is the WNBA really worth it? Worth going to the WNBA? And it's been I don't know what that is, but that's funny. We're gonna talk about the portal. It's probably gonna be they're kind of thinking about the 1-year transfer rule in high school. Kind of letting that pass, seeing what that's gonna be about. Just seeing what the dynamic's gonna look like if it was to happen. Oh yeah, he drink that tea in the morning times. And then we're gonna talk about Deion Sanders' son. So I'm waiting on Z. But yeah, so we gonna I just kind of told him what we was gonna talk about. Boys talking about you was getting you was
Nah,
yeah, I know.
that's my tea. That's my tea.
Oh man. Nah.
Now, how you doing? When you worked out this morning?
Come on, man.
Yeah.
It's a ritual, man.
Yeah.
The
It'd be
ritual.
like that.
Gotta get that mind right. Gotta get that mind right for sure. Z gonna send me something. He ain't even hop on. I'm about to send him another request. He sent me a whole message on Instagram, but he ain't hop on Instagram. Oh, there you go. Oh, there you go. Well, hey, I hear them birds chirping. You know what time it is.
What up, boy?
What up? What up?
What's up, Z?
What's
Hey,
going down?
I heard them birds chirping. Look, that's a good sign.
That boy, that boy got that boy got that hot cup of
Yeah.
coffee right in front of him, boy.
Got that tea. Hey, right out that pot, too.
Man. How everybody feeling? Y'all feeling good though?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Nah, I was just kind of telling the people earlier, man. The topic is basically an incident had went down where a middle school student kind of he attacked the principal, trying to de-escalate the situation in the school. The kid kind of hauled off and kind of just ran up on him and kind of punched him. Then we're gonna talk about, is the NBA really worth, if the WNBA really worth making it to the WNBA? You know what I'm saying? Like we talk about like kids helping they, you know what I'm saying, making their dreams happen. But
Yeah.
like, is it really worth it to make the WNBA? And I think they're getting close to passing the law of having a portal in high school. So just kind of talk about the dynamics of what they really look like, and then of course talk about Deion Sanders' son in that situation, because I think that's like a topic that everybody needs to open their eyes to. You know what I'm saying? Like, not even just for the sports world, just America. You know what I'm saying? Like the state that everything is in. So, but yeah, that's the topics, and we can start on the student assaulting. Z, you work in the school system. So the way the rules are, kind of talk about like the dynamics of teacher to student to parent, because we talked about like a lot of parents are scared of their kids at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying, you seeing it. So the dynamics of like a kid really assaulting a teacher is kind of like almost a norm compared to what it would have been what 15 years ago. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man. Let me just tell y'all something. The dynamics in schools now, as far as kids being scared of an adult, is they don't care no more about adults no more. They don't even give us respect.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't even no it's a no or what or like stuff like that. It's like it's far in between, man. Like you gonna hear it all the way all day long.
Mm-hmm.
You tell them to stop running, they look at you sideways. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just stuff that you used to be like, yes sir, no
Yeah.
ma'am, I got you, yes sir. No, not now. They looking at you like, why are you talking to me? So we get trained as far as called CPI. We get trained to restrain kids. But man, if a kid coming at you crazy, man, it ain't gonna help you. We've been watching the principal got her eye put out. We watched another files teacher she got hurt really bad. So it's just now kids now, man, and in the districts protect the kid more than they protect the teacher. So if you do go ham, like that principal probably done lost his job because he was trying to get back at him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was trying to fight.
Mm-hmm.
So he probably done lost his job now because they jumping on him and he can't protect himself. And so I truly think it's really unfair to teachers not to be able to practice. The substitute that was in the room the other day, it was all over Instagram and everything else, but yeah, she took the little girl's phone,
Mm-hmm.
which it's a no phone policy in most districts now.
Right.
And she took the little girl phone. The little girl ran up on her desk and then hit her. You know what I'm saying? Like, give me my phone back. And the teacher went ham on her and started whooping her. You know what I'm saying? So I know she will never get a job again because the school district, I feel like now, hasn't changed for the teacher because times have
Mm-hmm.
changed. Now, back when we went to school, a teacher hit you, that was far from, you didn't see that much more. You didn't see that much back in the day, but because kids weren't aggressive like that. We weren't finna attack an
Right.
adult and,
Right.
and do all
Or
that.
you
But
was gonna
I
get
don't think
your
I don't think the
beat.
school system has changed for protecting the teacher
Mm-hmm.
as much as they need to. Because right now, man, I drive up to that school. I drive up every day. I pray before I get out of my truck. And I don't go in there to mess with nobody babies.
Right.
That's the first and foremost thing I want you to understand. I don't go in there to chastise or go in there to try to pick something with somebody's baby. So it's unfair for a teacher to have to be at work and a kid go upside your head and you really can't do nothing back. You know.
And
So
you're not getting paid that much either. Like you still not getting paid how much you should be getting paid to be having kids put their hands on you. Back in the day they had
yeah,
paddles. You got in trouble. Some like even the principals, the teachers had paddles where they were like, all right, come on, we're gonna take you in this classroom and we're gonna spank you, or
Mm-hmm.
chastise you. Or even back then, like, they taught us like if I was to disrespect you, Z, like my grandma gonna whoop my ass. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? Like they
yeah,
taught us, hey, you don't. My grandma used to always say, you can say yeah to me and no to me, but if you in public and an older person is talking to you, it's yes sir,
Uh-huh.
no ma'am, yes ma'am. It's excuse me. I mean, we got in trouble. I had to be like in the 8th grade, and a teacher dropped something, right? And then nobody ran and picked it up. And then a man came and told us, hey, all y'all little boys around here, y'all see that lady drop something, run y'all asses over there and go pick it up. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Like if a lady drops something, you go pick it up. Or if you sitting down, nowadays you could be sitting down and the older person come in or older lady come in and the kids can still sit down.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
We got in trouble. Hey, get up, give them ladies your seat, or give that older man your seat, and you stand up, or
Mm-hmm.
you sit on the floor.
hmm
Nowadays, they not teaching that. So I see why kids thinking they can put their hands on the adults because they thinking we equal.
we
They parent
equal,
they
we equal.
parents
Yep,
talking to them just like this. Hey, yeah,
yep.
like they adults. So when they get in front of adults, they thinking we like they don't see hierarchy no more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Got you. So we always have this topic like the kids they don't know how to handle tough coaching, right? Or tough criticism. But it's kind of like, where does the mental strength come from? Because if they talk about, oh, mental health this, mental health that, right? it's kind of like these kids don't need mental health training like psychologically. They need discipline. Like discipline ain't got nothing to do with mental health. Discipline is to make sure you structure, like you got some type of form, like uh organization in your life. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like a lot of parents use this mental health excuse so they kids can get away with certain things, whether you black, white, Mexican, whatever the case may be. Like I feel like too many parents use that excuse of mental health. Is mental health a real thing? Yes, but I don't feel like to the degree of how everybody using it.
I
Like you
would
know what I'm saying?
I would argue discipline helps you with mental health. Like right
Yes.
now, Ed, you don't. I don't know you too much, but we know each other a little bit. You wake up every morning early and wake up and work out,
Mm,
right? That's a part of discipline. If you working out on your own, you doing what you need to do, you have a disciplined structure in your life, I don't believe you suffer from mental health. So as
yeah.
kids, if you really want the kids to be mentally strong, mentally healthy, you have to discipline them.
Yeah.
Like I think mental health comes from lack of discipline. Nah, you didn't wake up and you didn't work out all week. Of course you're gonna be depressed,
Yeah.
or of course you're gonna be feeling bad, or you disrespecting your elders. Something in your soul don't sit right no more. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? Like so, it's little stuff like that. So I think you
Yeah,
should always
structure.
discipline the kids.
I would add structure to discipline as well. I would add structure. Like kids don't have any type of schedule as far as what time they got to go to bed anymore. Like we knew lights out, TV off. My dad would say 9:30.
Hmm.
Yeah, you need to be in your bed at 9:30, going to bed. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Open that door. If you open that door, you still up. It's gonna be a
Right.
problem.
Right.
And like there's no discipline, there's no structure, and I know everybody gonna take this way. Then we don't need to raise our kids the same way. No, kids still need discipline.
Discipline.
They still need structure. They need some type of supervision, man. Like half the parents now don't even know what their kids doing on their phones. They don't
Yeah.
even know. They don't even know. They don't even know. We got kids that's talking to grown people, and their parents don't even
Yeah.
know
Yep.
that a pedophile. He a pedophile.
and
He
and we
lurking.
and we know what pops up on our phones. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? So what
Yeah,
you think
yeah,
popping up on these kids' phones? Like,
Facts.
yeah. But even like what you go to say, Z, like your dad made you go to bed at this certain time. Now they got these phones. So yeah, I could be in bed, but I'm on this phone
yeah,
all night. And then think about it, you gonna hear podcasts all the time, like people talk about mental health or like the brain. Like they say, hey, the first thing you don't want to do is wake up and get on your phone.
yeah.
What
Yeah.
do you think these kids is doing?
Getting on their
Waking up
phone.
and they living through these phones. I'm talking about like this. Like
And
they don't
Hmm.
ever sit it down.
like first thing I have on my phone in the morning is the scripture. Is a Bible verse every morning. That's the first thing that I get to look at when I grab my phone and turn my alarm off is a Bible verse.
Hmm.
And then my downtime, what I'm saying? I pray for in my whole family, and then I get up and start my day off. I think that's discipline.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
structure. You know what I'm saying? Like I do that every morning. I do that every morning. My kids probably think I'm the most consistent person in the world because they get that message every morning. I don't miss a morning doing it.
Right.
You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's a big part of protecting your mental health as well. Like you're saying, like discipline and structure is a big part of protecting your mental health because you can sink real quick.
Right.
Just moving around and roaming around in this world, man. Is
Mhm.
what you seeing and what you hearing. Like the music. They call them YNs now. The
Yeah.
music they listen to is
Yeah.
crazy. It's absolutely
Yeah.
Yeah.
crazy, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm young, so look, I'm young, and you would think that music appealed to me. And it's like, bro, I'm not trying to hear all that shit. Like, I can't hear it,
Hmm.
So now I gotta go be like, all right, let me go put a preacher on. Let me go listen to Dr. Miles Monroe and clear my mind, because what you listening to, like, you walk around thinking you beefing with people beefing with you, and it's like, bro, nobody beefing with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But
Yeah.
Yeah.
like Z said,
Yeah.
if you don't have that discipline, if you don't have that structure, you will really believe half of this stuff is going on in
Hmm.
your life. And it's like, it's
Hmm.
not really going, like, people call it anxiety. I don't want to,
Hmm.
like, take it from somebody, but anxiety, like, discipline yourself. Like if you feel anxiety, do the things like I take a morning walk every morning, like every morning. That's what I believe. I'm talking to God. So that
Mm-hmm.
anxiety effect, if I'm sitting here and I'm not doing nothing, I'm on my phone, you can feel that anxiety creeping up. I go take a walk, I start breathing, I start letting air out, start feeling that oxygen, all that anxiety go away.
Yeah.
Right. No, that makes sense, man. So we gonna kind of switch over to the WNBA. WNBA season is about to start. A lot of players have made it to training camp, but a lot of players are about to get cut. Um, Talented players though, like they say, I think it was enough for 4 teams or something like that. For the players that's
Yeah.
about to get cut. Um, do y'all think it's even worth it to make the WNBA? Like,
Well, I definitely think it's worth it because that's these kids and these grown women's childhood ambition.
right?
You know what I'm saying? Like, some of them can say they really did what they set out to do. You know what I'm saying? Like the final goal was to play in the WNBA. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's worth it. I just think it's a numbers game, and you gotta stay in their lives and let them know that it's not about that you wasn't good enough. It was just a numbers game, and we all know. I mean, just watching. We're gonna go into that. We're just watching Shedeur. The political side of pro sports is on a whole nother level.
Yeah,
It's about it's more about the owner and the GM, they want to win, but they also want people that market, sell out their arenas,
mm-hmm.
and and do things for their teams, as well, and make some money back off of what they paid.
Right.
So if you're not a big name, you're gonna struggle. You're gonna struggle to make a team. If you haven't played at a major college, you're gonna struggle to make a team. I feel like the hometown girl somehow ends up making it back to where she's from,
Mm-hmm.
to where that's a big market for everybody coming to see the hometown girl.
Right.
Like Caitlin Clark is close to Iowa.
Yeah, yeah,
She's very close to Iowa. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they're doing so well right now. Everybody and their mama driving to them
yeah,
games. You know what I'm saying? Like they're
yeah.
coming to see it. So I think the WNBA is on a rise right now, and I think it's 2 more teams coming. In the near future. So, and I'm pretty sure they're talking about some more teams now because it is a dominant league. Now, I think the cut thing is so. I mean, the rosters, they're so tight. It's
Mm-hmm.
not no wiggle room. And the budget is so tight.
Right.
It's not no wiggle room. So I think it's a difficult thing, man. I just I've been watching it year after year, and I've been watching good girls go home, and I'm like, man, that tells me how hard it is to make a roster in the WNBA.
So I know a lot of people because we talk about the WNBA is on the rise, right? But how many how many games do you feel like, or throughout the season, do you feel like the games are just being sold out to where they actually like making any money? Like I know like the NBA kind of backs the, what I'm saying, kind of helps the WNBA as far as like money wise and stuff like that. But I just don't see the way, like I feel like the women's game is rising, right? That's the point I want to get. But I would also want to say that it's some games where those stands ain't filled up. Like, you know what I'm saying? So where are you gonna get that profit? Just like college. Like they only highlight the LSUs, the South Carolina, the Texas,
Yeah,
the UConns. Like they only highlighting those programs that's doing well, or those teams that's doing well, like the Aces, the Chicago Sky, like Indiana Fever, like those teams. So it's like
New York Liberty.
New York Liberty, like
Yeah,
those are the teams that they're going to market over and over and over again. So the teams that they're not marketing, they're not profiting off of what the WNBA is promoting.
yeah,
I
yeah.
think
I,
this is gonna go up. I think it's gonna get better. Like the more girls fall in love with it, you got more people watching it. You're gonna start seeing more people. It's probably a flip. Give it a couple more years.
Mm-hmm.
The people be in them stands, they'll start selling out. Like it's a whole now. Like I've never watched a WNBA game until last year. I'm gonna be
Okay.
honest. Last year it was like, oh, we got to go catch this game. Like
Mm-hmm.
just because of what's going with the Angel Reeses, with the Caitlin Clarks. Now we got Paige Buckner
Yeah.
is coming. Like it's getting better. Like I'm fascinated with watching Z play.
Right.
So
Right.
like it's getting better. Like and everybody is like waiting to watch and see what happens. So I think it'll get better, bro. You just got to give
Yeah,
it time.
I think they're making more money now. They're making more money on TV. You know what I'm saying? As far as the money that's coming in, I think everybody's happy about that. I mean, the players are continuing to ask for things and grow it. 401k, all that stuff like that, pension. I mean, they need if you're gonna have W and then NBA behind it, it needs to be set up just like the NBA. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So, you need to change that whole name if you don't want to give those type of benefits to these women. You know what I'm saying? You need to change the whole logo, name, all that
Yeah.
stuff. If you don't want to, because you're really affiliating WNBA with the NBA. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So yeah, so I just think it's coming. It's coming. I think the women's game is on a rise, but what we doing to protect it? Because we gotta still continue to put out good women that's coming. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
That people want to watch. That people want to
Right.
watch play basketball. So
so Z, can I ask you a question? Do you like because it's going like, is it worth it? Like, what sacrifice does a girl or woman has to make it to the WNBA, and is it worth it? Like, as a kid, missing birthday parties, maybe missing prom, maybe not having no.
Listen, man, do you need college coaches on you early, late? It doesn't matter. I'm Coming University got everything for you. Posted twice a month, 16 plus thousand followers, 450 plus coaches every month. And we just dropped the app. I'm Coming University got its own app, own platform where we got every access to every coach in America, D1, D2, NAIA, JUCO. It don't matter what level you want to go to and what level are you good enough for at the end of the day. Book a call in the description and let's get you seen and let's get you.
No boyfriend, girlfriend, say, do you believe it's worth it for girls to go through that? And do you think it's needed
I
to make those
think
sacrifices?
after being on draft night watching my daughter, I think it's definitely worth it. Being experiencing it, experiencing the end result compared to the beginning result. When you going through it, you might second guess all this. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, is this all worth it? But going when you see the end result, your name getting called that night, first round, second round, third round, man, of course it's worth it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's blood, sweat, and tears. You know what I'm saying?
So
So
let me ask you one more question. Tell me some stuff. Tell us some stuff that Z had to go through or sacrifice to get to that. Because one thing I don't like when people go when they make it, they be like, "Oh, we should have done this," but it's like, but that's what got you there.
yeah,
So can you tell us some of the stuff she had to sacrifice? So we get girls, and I got a girl like, "Hey, coach, I can't play on the 10th." I'm like, "Why?" I got prom.
yeah,
I'm like, you got prom? You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
at 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock at night, we can
yeah.
play in the morning. So if you could tell us about that.
I think the most thing that's gonna stand out the most was Zaya. She missed 6 birthdays because she always had to play in March Fest
Mm-hmm.
on her birthday. So she never got the chance to celebrate, like have a party party. You know what I'm saying? Until she turned 18. And when she turned 18, she let me have it. You know what I'm saying? Like, Daddy, you finna put some money into this. But but a kid sacrificing 6 birthday parties, you know what I'm saying, from sixth grade, seventh grade, eighth grade, ninth grade, 10th grade, 11th grade. Hey man, that's some real, because you watching your homegirls have birthday parties every
Mm-hmm.
year. You know what I'm saying? You seeing that, but you so dedicated to playing pro skills, Cypher on March Fest. You know them big games. You don't want to miss them, and you don't want to let your team down. Because you having a birthday party and you got to be gone all day, or you having some on Saturday. Or whatever you might be
Mm-hmm.
having. But I look back at that now. I didn't make a You know, people were like, man, that's wrong, man. You made no, I didn't. It was her choice. It was her choice, her sacrifice. She's like, no, nah, don't worry about that. No, we on this today. We on this today. You know, like, you know, yeah, she got a cake. Yeah, we did, but not a birthday party. You know what I'm saying? Like her birthday was with DFW Lee every summer, every spring.
Gotcha.
You know,
And
yeah,
that's what I was gonna ask. Like, did y'all do stuff like as a team, like
yeah,
to just celebrate?
yeah. You know, stuff like but you know, nothing like where you
You missing a
have an
whole
event.
day.
Yeah, missing a whole day. You have an event, the girls go get their nails done. You know how these girls do. You know then they go here and get a spa day, and then they leave there and go to brunch. You know, now things is totally different now. So yeah, my
You get,
kid, she sacrificed
hey,
six of them boys.
you get girls missing those games for a friend birthday party.
No, that too now.
Cause I gotta
That
be
too
at my
now.
friend birthday party. It's like, all right now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
hey, hey, you ain't my hey, I can't I don't know. But that's why I wanted to know, because your daughter made it to the league, and it's like you get a lot of kids saying, hey, I can't do this, I can't do this, or I can't do this, and it's like, all right, what are your dreams again? Like, like
Do your dreams match your daily habits? Is what I tell kids. Your daily habits should match your dreams. So don't tell me you want to be in the league and you take 2 days off, laying up, watching TV. I walk in the house, you got a fat burger, an Uber eated a fat burger over to the house, you just got your feet up, you watching whatever you watching on the phone. Your dreams have to match your daily habits. So when I look at kids and I'm watching them, and I know college coaches do the same thing. That's why they want to follow you on your page. That's why they want to see what you're doing, because they want to see if you're really about that life. And most kids are not about that life. It's easy to say you are, but doing it is a whole different ball game. So it's far in between kids that are out here living that life for real. You know what I'm saying? Like every day they doing something that requires them to get better. Even after the workout at school. I don't think people understand that part of it. That part of it as well.
Yeah. Got.
so with your daughter being in the WNBA now, how many workouts would she go through in high school on a daily basis?
Well, her going to Duncanville was like the Mecca. So, you know, they do yoga, they do swimming, they do, they work it out, bro. Like, there's a lot of stuff. The strength and conditioning program, Coach Self had bought it from my high school coach. So I know she was getting what she needed, because my high school coach had me college ready. You know what I'm saying? So, it was a lot of things that I didn't have to do that most parents have to do outside of their high schools, because they don't have the strength and conditioning. They don't have,
Yoga.
the things, the yoga and the swimming and
Yeah.
all that. So everybody's high school is not going to give their kid all of that. All I had to do was worry about basketball. You know what I'm
So with
saying?
that,
All I had to do was,
so with that being said, if a kid not getting yoga, swimming, Pilates, the extra stretching, I remember you told my girls the meditation,
yeah,
like if they not getting that and they only thinking, hey, I gotta train, skills, or play. Do you believe a kid is equipped to make it?
no,
That's
no,
what I
not
tell
at
kids
all.
all the time. It's more than just you gotta get
Yeah,
on that bike, you
yeah.
gotta cycle, you gotta go swim in
And,
the
And,
lake.
I
and
just
I
talked I just, yeah. Go ahead, Ed.
and I think it's a progress, right? So I think you start out training. As you get older, you start adding stuff to it. But
Yeah,
you got to be
mhm,
disciplined
exactly.
enough to start training. Like just do
Yeah,
basketball skill training.
yeah,
Then as you get older, you start throwing the weight room in there.
yeah.
Then as you get a little better at that, you get consistent with that. Then you start throwing in the extra stretching. Then you start throwing in the extra. Like you can't throw all that in there and
No,
try to do that all in freaking seventh grade. The kid ain't gonna
yeah.
last.
No,
You know, you can't. It's not.
no.
He
So
not gonna last. Like start
age
out straight.
what age group, what age do you start at?
Start training.
A kid, what age do you start a kid training like that?
I would say I could say sixth grade. Sixth grade. Consistent training. Fifth, sixth grade. You know what I'm saying? By the fifth and sixth grade, they're what? 12, 11. Like a kid kind of know. Oh, I want to play this. I want to do
Yeah,
this. They'll tell you. They'll come tell you, hey, daddy, I wanna. or mom, I don't want to do this. So then you start training them. So fifth,
Mm-hmm.
sixth
But you start
grade, seventh
adding
grade,
the extra stuff
yeah,
in too by sixth, seventh grade.
seventh, eighth grade, you can start adding a little bit of extra stuff there. Because when they get to high school, they're gonna start lifting weights anyway. So you can start
Yeah.
implementing it in seventh and eighth grade.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So like I feel like sixth grade is the perfect opportunity. Like when you're in the third, fourth grade, fifth grade, whatever,
Most definitely.
like they can just play whatever. Like you know what I'm saying? They just getting their rocks off, baby. They just trying to feel out what they want to do.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
I had Zay and Lil Z doing pushing tires and starting in about the sixth, seventh grade. You
saying?
know what I'm saying? I had different. I got them out in the backyard. I got different levels of tires. You know, for different levels of kids. You
Yeah.
know, Lil Z had a little tire. They had a bigger tire. You know, just to start that grind of what they're gonna go into. You know what I'm saying? And like as far as you know, if you make it to a big time college, you're gonna work out like this a lot. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna do this a lot. You know, they're gonna push you to the max, you know. So, you know, I think like you said, Ed, it's important to start adding those increments into everything, you know, but the kids that really go off and do well are the kids that have a
Yep.
system. They train, you know, they train their bodies, you know, they train their minds. They're absolutely freak of nature stretchers. You know, they can stretch. And I learned about stretching when I got overseas and stretching and meditating. No, those are
Man.
things that take you to the next level, man.
Yep.
They take you to the next level. You know what I'm saying? Like
Meditation.
when I watch kids, like Trey was saying before the game, kids running around playing, kids running around laughing. Man, if you would have saw me in a corner, I'm so locked in, you wouldn't even come over and talk to me.
Mhm.
Like everybody knew,
Why
leave me alone.
you
Mm-hmm.
mad? They gonna
Yeah,
say,
yeah,
"Why you mad?"
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Hey, I'm
But
not even
I'm
mad.
so
I'm just locked in.
yeah, I'm just locked in on what
Yeah.
I got to do.
Yeah.
And the biggest part of the struggle right now is kids wait till they pull up to the game to actually focus on the game, or when they putting their shoes on when they focus on the game,
Mm-hmm.
or when the buzzer go off in warm ups they focus on the game. Well, it's
Right.
too late.
Yeah.
I,
It's too late
And I
then.
think
I,
I think their mind is so spinning, like you talked about the anxiety of the
mm,
working out, or they thinking about everything in life. Their social media, they just scroll like, dang, I just seen this fine chick, or
Yeah.
yeah.
dang, I wonder what this happened. Like it's so much going on in their mind. They don't know how to slow their mind down. And I think, especially women, like their mind goes at 100 miles an hour. That's why they're able to multitask. You know what I'm saying? That's how they built. But I think like the more you able to calm your mind and being able to be still, basically. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of shut
Yeah.
everything off for 5 minutes. That 5 minutes
Then,
of quiet
then
time
you then you
will
got
change a lot.
Then you got this, my hand on the steering wheel. Look, you better play
Oh,
today
I was
because
just about to say that.
you better score. You better score. I don't want to hear all that. I'm paying all this money. You better put some points on the
Yeah.
board. You better score. So you got that
You
effect
done
as
threw them
well.
all the way off. Hey,
Yeah,
can I add to that? Then they not feeding them properly.
yeah.
So you already know I got a whole bunch of junk in my mind, in my stomach. I got a whole bunch of junk in my mind. Then you go back to saying like Z saying, if my parents are like quote unquote my masters, right? Like
Hmm.
the people over me, then I got a coach to come over here and he's over me. But now you know how they say you can't listen to two people. You can't have a double-minded mind. So
Hmm.
now they in warm-ups. KP said it yesterday. Man, I watch how a kid warm up. They in warm-up going slow, but they probably thinking about, all right, do I listen to my dad today or do
Mhm.
I listen to my coach today?
Yeah,
Because I got to play, but my dad just got on my ass. So it's like,
Hmm.
yeah.
you can't even warm up properly because you already know I got a conflict of interest going on right now.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Got you.
Yeah.
So kind of switching topics, kind of talking about they're talking about the portal kind of opening up in high school here in Texas. Being able to transfer. They haven't passed the law yet or passed the rule yet, but they're talking about it. What do y'all see like the effects of it if it does happen? Like, were you able to transfer one time throughout your high school career with no penalty?
I think it's
You
good.
know, you know where everybody going to them same schools.
Yeah.
That I mean, I know that's where everybody going to where they think they're gonna be able to go play at, and then it's gonna be saturated. It's gonna be too many good players there. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? So as a parent, you gotta calculate your steps when you take that one time and use it. You gotta really think this thing out. Like if three guards over there that's colder than my baby,
Right.
why am I taking my baby over there? You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta really, I don't think parents do enough research before they make moves anyway right
Right.
now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They don't look into stuff. They just the name, oh yeah, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. Then they over there like this.
Yeah.
Baby on the bench. You know what I'm saying? So, I just think the one time thing will help. It's gonna help kids not have to worry about being ineligible. I like that.
Right.
I like that as far as we see kids that mess off their last year of basketball. You know what I'm saying? They can't even play because they done made a move and didn't do the research about it, and then somebody didn't sign off on it, and so now they stuck. They ineligible. You know what I'm saying? So I think that part of it I like, because I used to always get mad for the kid. Like, dang, man, this kid is a good kid, and now they're not going to get to play. You know what I'm saying? Because the coach and parent didn't understand the ramifications of them being eligible to play over there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm happy for the kids on that somebody not going to lose their eligibility no more, even if they do go somewhere and it don't work out for them.
Got you. Trey, what you say your thoughts on it?
No, I agree. Only thing I'll say is it helps the kids that get with a bad high school coach or a coach that's playing that political game or don't really got the best interest. Because you get some high school coaches who just terrible and they been using this for years. Where you gonna go? Like you can't go nowhere else. Like, and they basically force in your hand. I want you to leave. And you be like, man, if I leave, like you're saying, I know you're not gonna sign off on this, so I know I'm gonna miss a year. So I just want to hoop, So I gotta stay here. So I think it helps. Like coaches can't force these kids' hands to stay no more. Like only on bad terms. So now I'm not talking about like if you're a freshman and you thinking you deserve to start and you thinking you deserve more playing time and you want to leave and transfer because you're not getting the playing time. I'm talking about like you got sophomores, juniors, where the coach is like playing games with you. You know what I'm saying? Like you know my worth, but you gonna play these games. So
Yeah.
I think it helped the kids in that way as well.
Got you. Do
Coaches
y'all
can't
so
hold
do
you
y'all
hostage.
see do y'all see the cons in it? As far as like you said, going basically kids going to their friends, trying to go with their friends and stuff like that. Because I mean, at the end of the day, you got Duncanville, you got DeSoto, you got the Cedar Hills, you got
Lancaster.
Lancaster, like so you got all those schools like. The predominant, I mean, the black kids are gonna want to pile up and go there.
Yeah.
Besides the Legion and the Faith family,
Yeah.
like all the good kids are gonna want to go to those schools
Yeah.
if that happens. So it's kind of like, okay, some people gonna get left out.
Yep.
Some people gonna get left out. Now I heard Frisco, no, McKinney is doing an open enrollment policy to where if you whatever school wherever you at McKinney, like you can go to any high school. So they doing that. I think a lot of schools, a lot of districts
Grand
are
Prairie,
starting to do that.
Grand Prairie been like that. Grand Prairie been like that. So you can live next door to Grand Prairie High and you can go play sports at South Grand Prairie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's open. It's open enrollment. So that's why South Grand Prairie has been better than Grand Prairie for so long because all the good athletes go to South. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah. So it's been like that forever and a day. But I think parents just need to do their research before they make a drastic move. Because a high school coach now is just like a college coach. They're getting kids to help them win.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying.
But
So
every high school coach ain't. That job is not on the line.
No,
Yeah.
not at all.
Every
Not at
job
all.
is not on the line.
Long as they got long as they're graduating kids, helping kids, become a great a young adult, and have a good program where ain't nobody getting in trouble. It's up to the principal at your school as well. Whatever that principal and that AD like, they gonna be, they pushing girls basketball. Yeah, you gotta win. You know what I'm saying? If they pushing football, that football man got to worry about his job.
Right.
So it just depends on what that AD and that principal, really, 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 sought after and go after. Because you're right, it's some high school coaches been coaching umpteen years and ain't never won nothing. But they comfortable in their position. They do a great job with the kids that they get,
Mhm.
and so and no pressure on them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
gotcha.
I got a question.
Go ahead.
What do you think they'll be going to go play with their friends, or is they trying to play for a coach? Like
I think more so of a coach like Howard. Like a lot of kids want to go play for
go play,
Howard.
yeah, go
Yeah.
play for the coach. Like
Uh, Coach Collins. A lot of people would probably want to go play for Coach Collins. See the Hill.
Yeah, yeah,
Duncanville. I wouldn't know. I would say a lot of people want to go play for Ford. For the, like on the boys side, but I wouldn't know about the what's his name, Rob? Coach,
Rob.
yeah, I wouldn't know because I
Mm-hmm.
don't really know his relationship like that.
what school is that?
That's
Duncanville.
Duncanville. He
Oh,
had
okay.
got the head coaching
Oh,
job.
okay.
A lot of people want to go play for Taylor. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people want at Legion. A lot of people want to go play for Coach Robertson at Faith Family. So it's just like I think it's more so of a
But
coach.
what I think what we're leaving out is a lot of people want to go play for them, but can you play for them?
Right.
That's
Yeah,
that's two different things. Are you on the level to even get on the court at those schools? Because the expectations are high at all those schools that you
yeah,
just named.
yeah,
So
yeah,
you got to be an elite kid. You can't just be coming out the YMCA thinking you're going to Duncanville and play.
yeah,
You can't just be coming out the YMCA thinking you're going to Lancaster and play. You got to be at some kind of caliber to get on those squads. And I don't think enough people talk about that. I think parents think, oh, we just going over here and we going no. If your baby ain't like that, they're not gonna be able to get on
yeah.
the floor.
But I even look at like so Cedar Hill. I talked to Coach Collins this past, and I was just like, man, I was really happy, genuinely happy for her because like I feel like this was her least talented squad, and she took them farther than her most talented squad since I've
Yeah,
been watching them. So it's kind of
yeah.
like, do you necessarily got to be elite, or you just got to have a good coach?
Well,
Because
if
I
I mean
don't feel like she had like
she had some pieces though.
pieces. Yeah.
Yeah, she had some pieces, but as far as the way she coached them, she did a
Hmm.
great job this year with how the style of play they played
Hmm.
and the way that the way she orchestrated things. But yeah, she's a good coach, and so she figured it out. She figured it out. That's what good coaches do. They figure out, you know, how to coach this certain team. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? We might have to change up how we've been playing. We're going to play a little differently now, and so I think yeah, that was a major accomplishment what she did. Getting them down to San Antonio. That was major. So
Hmm.
yeah, I agree. I agree with
Which
In
you,
this
Ed. I agree with you.
in this generation, I'll take how you say I'll take dogs, maybe, not really high rank, just
hmm
kids who gonna play hard
Yeah.
over them five star recruits
Yeah.
any day.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
You
it
get a
depends on if that 5-star, 4-star is a prima donna. That's what it depends on.
yeah,
Yeah.
Now,
Hmm.
I know 4 and 5 stars that ain't no prima donnas, and you gonna want
Right.
them.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they want to be coached.
yeah,
They
yeah,
want to
yeah,
be. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, yeah.
but then you get the prima donnas that don't want you to say nothing to them, and they don't want you to, you know, you can't coach them. And that's why you see a lot of the ones that I call prima donnas. They moving around. They moving around. They still moving
Hmm.
around. You know what I'm saying? Because they ran into that coach that was like, hell no, no, we ain't doing that. You gonna do it this way. So and that hurts kids in the long run. I'm not changing. I'm old school till I die. I tell everybody that. If you can't handle me, then move on to somebody else that's gonna just want your money. Cause I'm gonna give you the real. I'm gonna give you
Right.
the truth. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm not backing up off of it. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't got to be belittling nobody, but at some point in life, these kids need to hear the truth.
Yeah,
They do.
they gonna hear it eventually.
Yeah.
So
They gonna hear
Ed, I got a question for you.
what's
Since you the advocate for kids, right?
up.
Hey, do you believe like Coach Z method or even mine? I'm not changing for nothing. Do you believe the coaches got to change to adapt to these kids now?
I don't think this is how I look at life, right? So everything that my dad taught me, I feel like I still do that, but I still adapt to the new generation, right? So I still can talk to them, but at the same time, if they say something or they do something out of pocket, I gotta say something. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just instilled in me, and I feel like kids respect me for that. Like they know, like they be like, hey, what up, OG? You know what I'm saying? I'm 33. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't Z OG to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just kind of like I take it as respect. Like, they not gonna talk bad to me if I say something to them. It's because I'm talking to them in the correct tone. Like, I ain't gonna really just yell at nobody kid. I don't even really yell at my own kid like that unless they really just pissing me off. Like, you know what I'm saying? Be like, hey, bro, I done told you 3, 4, 5 times to stop doing this, and you keep doing it. Like, you know what I'm saying? But generally, like, I'm just gonna say something to them and be like, hey, bro, that ain't cool. Like, or if I post a video and they'll be like, thank you, and I just be like, hey, just keep working. Like, I'm not gonna be like, yeah, that video was dope, because I don't really think all my videos are just dope. Like, you know what I'm saying? But the kids be so excited, they be so thrilled about it. It's like, I'm not trying to boost you up. I'm just trying to give you some type of confidence. But at the same time, I'm gonna be like, hey, just keep working. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I feel like I don't necessarily change my core values to who I am, but I do feel like you gotta adapt to certain ways. So sometimes maybe listen to the music that they do listen to kind of understand why the hell would you even listen to this? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like you gotta do that. That's just like, okay, if I'm a preacher, like, I feel like I ain't gonna say you going out your way to do certain things, but I feel like you do got Jesus went to the thugs, the hoodlums, like, he used certain people. So I feel like you gotta get around some of that culture, not especially stay in it, indulge yourself in it, but I feel like you do have to, so you can bring people out of those situations. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
that, to support what you're saying, Ed, like back when I coached Lex and all them, see, I could cuss them out, but now I'm still tough without the cussing. So
Mm-hmm.
exactly that's exactly the frame, what I'm using now, because those parents supported the coach when I coached those girls back then. They like, get
Mm-hmm.
on her, coach. And, now you don't have parents like that no more. They don't support it like that. So you had to change your approach with the
Mm-hmm.
kid. But I'm still tough.
Yep.
But it's just without the verbiage.
So Z,
Yep.
all right. So if you change, do you believe the talent level is still the same? Do you believe which group of girls is better? The ones you can cuss out, or the ones you gotta adapt to and be like, hey, I can't say this, but let's try to do this a little bit better. And so I'm like, man, because we grow up and we go, oh, we can't do it like this no more. I'm like,
Yeah,
but this way works. This
yeah,
way have been
yeah.
proven to
I
work.
mean, but them girls, just like now, girls and guys, boys know I love them, but you just can't do. First of all, they're not getting done like that in the house.
Right.
So I really think it made it hard on coaches, because when the kid not getting talked to like that at home, about when
Yeah.
they do something wrong and the mama and the daddy on their butt like sound like coach,
Mhm.
it don't sound like that no more. So now when you do it, they looking like
Yeah.
what do you say?
Yeah. You gotta
So
shock them.
Yeah.
yeah, so it changed from how parenting changed. So now coaches have to take that and deal with the
That
kids
makes
a little bit,
sense.
a lot differently. You
Yeah.
know what
That
I'm saying?
that make more
Same
sense.
morals, same values. You just gotta
Yeah,
adapt. Just, you know what I'm saying? Just
yeah,
evolve. You know what I'm saying? But you keeping your same core values. Like, your core values can't change. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
You can't change those. But the way you approach different situations, those you gotta keep adapting, because that's how you gonna grow. You know what I'm saying?
I just
Yeah.
always look at it. Makes sense what y'all saying. I look at it like this though. If if I can't apply that pressure to you, and I gotta keep repeating myself and keep repeat, we've been talking about it, and I tried the nice approach. It's like it's not resonating with you. So it's like, are you really gonna make it? Because or do I have to let me try cussing you out real quick? And 9 times out of 10, hey, they listen to it. And I always say this: you gotta talk to them like they talk to each other. The parents
Yeah.
might not talk to them like that no more, but when they at school, they B's and
Oh
H's and
yeah, yeah,
A
yeah. I hear it every day.
MFs.
I hear it every day.
Yeah,
I hear it every day. Yeah, I hear it every day, man. They cuss so hard in school. I asked them, do they pay bills? That's how hard they cuss. Do you pay the mortgage at your house? Cause you cussing like you pay
yeah,
bills.
Facts.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you gotta
Nah.
speak their language.
Yeah.
Nowadays,
Yeah.
we be like, oh, we can't do them like that. Like nowadays. back in the day, Z, tell me if I'm wrong. Your girls do something bad, you be like, all right, get online, run. They be
Yeah,
like, how much? Until
yeah,
I get tired. You
yeah.
know
I
what I'm
get
saying?
tired.
Do it this generation, they be like,
Uh,
nah, he trying to kill them girls in there. It's
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah, yep, yep,
so now
yeah.
you gotta change the
They,
approach.
hey, they gonna call. You gonna get a text that night. Hey, coach, we gonna go another direction. We finna go play for another team.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
happens to me all
I
the
mean, that's
time.
that. Anytime you make it harder than it is been for them, adversity hit in, and it's no longer how my daddy waited outside and got the call. I was practice boy. Dad, he was on our bus today. Oh, that's good, man. That's good. Yeah, yeah. Dad, we ran like, oh, man, that's good, man. Man, he got y'all running, man. That's good. Yeah. It was never son. Man, you want to find
Have you ever had the best socks in the world? Nope, you ain't. You don't know why you lying like that. Listen, ASG socks is the best socks in the world. Comfortable, snug fit, and you don't need to double sock them. Listen, the socks that the pros wear, these are ASG socks. Listen, man, buy two, get one free, plus free shipping. Less than $50, man. Use code I'm coming to get these socks. Get these socks today. Stop playing.
another team? He being too hard on you, man. It was never that. It was always that's good, man. I like coach. I like coach. Coach be on y'all, man. Yeah, I like. It was never, try to change your situation. It never was. My dad and mama ain't never had a parent meeting. I'm saying my whole life. And you think about how much basketball I played. They ain't never had a parent meeting with a coach.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. So last topic, we talked about Shedeur.
Mm.
Just the way of the landscape, man. Like, just do you feel like the whole situation happened just because of who his father was?
Well, let me just say this. It's some things all parties did wrong.
Okay.
I think, being a black man that's high profile like Dion is, great dude, super dude, helps all the kids, been helping kids all his life.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I think they thought they were a little bit bigger than the NFL coming in. And I think we all know how the world works. You
Mm-hmm.
know, they like to prove a point to show you that you're not bigger than us. And so I think if we could rewind the tape and let Shedeur just be quiet and just let him be quiet and just roll in off of what he done,
Mm-hmm.
he go in the first round. He go in the first round. But because they getting up, going to meetings, getting out of meetings and leaving out, walking out on people and doing things, man, them owners are all friends. They all got the same type of yachts. They all live on the Mediterranean Sea when football season ain't in. They all, they got money, man. They billionaires. And so at the end of the day, I don't think they want to be upstaged like that, So it's kind of a two-way party. But, Dion is Dion, and I do think they were after Dion more than they were after Shedeur.
Mm-hmm.
I really do.
I
Yeah, I really
believe,
do. I think they were after Dion more than they were
I
Shedeur.
believe. So, man, I'm gonna be honest. If I can be honest,
Yeah, go
you
ahead.
know, back in the not back, take it back in slavery. You got you a slave and he fast and he strong and the women love him. That white man standing on that porch like, nah, I don't like this. What they say about Malcolm X? Oh, that nigga got too much power. I
Yeah.
don't like this. Cut his foot off. So I look at it like they did. Hey, let's cut Dion foot off real quick and let's show him we not gonna hurt Shedeur. I mean, they still put him in the league, but we gonna show him, hey, you still a nigga. Hey, sit down somewhere, play your part, play your role. Because we talking about conversation. We talking about a black man saying, hey, I want this for my son. We want this for my son. Or I value myself to be this high. Let a white man talk like that for real, for real. Nobody's gonna bat an eye. They gonna be like, well, he deserved it. He's been working his whole life, or he's a good God fearing man. Dion talk about God in every speech he talk about. He
Mm-hmm.
talked about praying every time. He talked about helping kids. We all from Dallas. Well, I was, here. Dion helped the Dallas community for so long. We know he a good person, right? So it's one of those, hey, that nigga got too much power. We ain't having a second generation like this. So let's humble him.
Mm.
And look what Shedeur doing now. He's humble. Oh, we happy. You know what I'm saying? And they be like, it works every time.
Do you feel like
So
that's gonna backfire though to the NFL?
only if black people stick together and really push the door and support them. I don't know if this is true. I seen something where there was like they only buying his jersey from his website, which is the money going straight to Shedeur. They not gonna buy it from the NFL. I think if they do that, I think it changes the game. But you gonna see him. He might not even get to play if he get to doing that. You think
Yeah.
you bigger than
Yeah.
us for real? Hey, we'll show you. You know what I'm saying? They gonna always show you who in power. And that's my honest take about it. You know, we talk about football, the kids super good. The dad ain't no killer. We act like we talking like, hey yo, you can blackball him. He should never said that. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? But it's like, bro, I want this for my son. You can teach
So do you,
him, you can be like, all right, cool. We don't want to give that to him. Leave it alone. I still gotta draft you, you know. So I think it's that power
But
structure we always
I
gonna face.
think somebody posted the other day all the black fathers that have been ridiculed for just being in their kids' lives. The Serena Williams daddy, LeVar Ball, Dion, the high profile dads that have done so many good things for their kids to get them where they are. And I think that needs to be a real conversation on why does the black father get punished
Hmm.
for for being there for his kids like that, like just believing in them. Like you can't get mad at a black father that believing in his kids more than the world
yeah.
does, because that's his job. That's
Hmm.
his job. Put it in their head that no matter what the world says, son or daughter, you can do this. You can accomplish this if you want to, and a lot of black fathers get punished for it. They really do. They get punished for giving their kids that hope and the realness of I can do this. The
Right.
confidence I can do this. I can do it if I set out to do it. And I think that's what's happening in our culture now. That's
Can
what's
I
happening.
expand on that?
Yeah.
They try to delete the black fathers from their lives. So you go start watching these kids make it. They start saying what my mama did everything for me. My mama helped me. And you're like, come on, man. You know your dad was in that picture.
Hmm.
They try to make it seem like the daddy never in the picture. I watched a Netflix documentary with Jason Tatum, and I know one of Jason Tatum partners, like they played AAU together, they did all that. And Jason Tatum dad was his coach his whole life.
Hmm.
On Netflix, Jason Tatum go say, "My mama did everything for me. I was a mama's boy." But it's like, bro, when did you get good at basketball?
Yeah.
Who got you good at basketball?
Hmm.
And he never spoke about his daddy. But it's like we know your daddy was in that. You know what I'm saying? We know your daddy was in your life.
Hmm.
But they try to erase and they try to paint that narrative like the black father is not there. These kids are making it without their father. Most kids who become successful
I was about to
got
say.
their black father in their life.
Yeah.
But you
Yeah.
don't hear about the success stories of black fathers. They try to make LeVar Ball bad. You know what I'm saying? They try to make Serena Williams bad. Like, they try to make the black father so bad. They try to paint that picture. He's either not there or he's a drug addict, he's in jail or something. And then these kids making it in single mama's household and it's not working like that.
Hmm. So I look at John Morant, like John Morant's situation. His dad's in the picture, but it's always they try to find something to kind of not. Granted, he be doing some crazy stuff, you know what I'm saying, to kind of mess up his image and name and stuff. But
Ooh,
it's like they always try to find that something, you know what I'm saying, to kind of bring you down. Um, do you feel like if your door performs, do you feel like it kind of, I ain't gonna say erase anything, but like, do you feel like it kind of helps the situation? Like, okay, yeah, I'm a fifth round. It makes his story even better if he does perform.
Well, I think he gonna perform. He just
Right,
need the opportunity.
right.
I don't doubt what he gonna do if he get his opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just the political side of it now. How many fifth round 144 picks go right into playing? You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like I know Cleveland a great situation, and the quarterbacks that are there right now, he is
Right.
better than the quarterbacks that's there right now that's available. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? So if he gets his opportunity and he buckles in, which he already there. He already in Cleveland working out. So, I know he got a chip on his shoulder like most dudes do. He got a chip on his shoulder,
Mm-hmm.
and he's going to show the world if he gets his opportunity. Now, the thing is, he can't go sticking his finger in people's face like I told you.
Yeah.
He got to just, yeah. He just got to just his
So
stats and numbers speak for what he does.
wait,
He
So
can
so
so
just
he can't pop it.
no,
He can't pop
that's
his.
what I'm about to say. So
no,
he
no.
gotta be a quiet. He gotta be a quiet coon.
Yeah,
He gotta be quiet. It's not happening. Cause look. Travis Hunter can go pop his shit, but he do it in a
yeah,
different way.
yeah,
Shedeur, he popping his shit.
yeah.
Hey, I'm him. I'm him. You know what I'm saying? So what's the difference?
I don't see him now. I don't see him being quiet though. But I don't feel like you should be quiet though. I feel like you should talk. Like
And I agree. Anthony Edwards did a lap around the Lakers arena last night. You know what I'm saying? Anthony Edwards popping his stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I
It's
think
not to the power structure.
exactly.
That's what I'm saying. If you pop your shit to the power structure, they don't spank your ass, man.
Yeah,
They don't play that. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? It's a power structure. Hey, you are
yeah,
still a
yeah,
NIGGA.
yeah.
Now we can pop you up, me and Z, we can go at each other all day. They not gonna say nothing.
Wow.
But let me talk about how they not paying us right, or
Yeah.
how they doing this, or how their agenda is this. Oh yeah, Kyrie,
Let me tell you
he
something.
Kyrie
Before I have
quoted
to,
a movie, and look what they
before I,
did to him.
before I have to get out of here, when I had a job at Frito Lay, and I was making plenty of money, and this old black man told me, "Don't drive them trucks and them cars up here. Get you a cash car and drive that to work. Them folks watching
Yeah,
you. They think they're paying you too much money." And he was dead on right.
yeah.
He
And
what?
be
was
that
dead
way.
on right. So until you start listening and really opening your eyes and receiving some of these messages and wisdom that people give you, you know, I didn't grow until I started really listening. My dad tried to tell me a whole bunch of stuff before he died, but I wasn't listening. I was just hearing it, and it's a difference. And so I went and got me a cash car, a Honda car. It was an old beat up car. I drove it every night. Every night I drove that thing to work. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I'm pulling up big body,
Uh,
24 screens hanging out all out of my windows. I'm. And he said, no, don't do that. You drive that on your time, and your time you go kick it around the city, whatever you want to do, but don't bring that and park it out here on this lot.
got
And
you.
that's something I've carried the rest of my life. No, they watching. They watching you. They
Mm-hmm.
watching how you move. They watching everything you're doing. So, it's sad that we got to move like that and live like that until you become your own. When you become your own and you making your own and you got your own and you're an entrepreneur and they can't control the narrative.
But
But when you work for somebody else, they can
but
control the narrative.
even then, you still got to play by the rules. They teach us how to live amongst the white man, right? Hey, when that police pull you over, don't say nothing. You can't ask no questions. You can't question his authority. You have to be inferior. You have to submit to this man as he pulled you over. Flip it, they don't have to do that. But it's little stuff. You go what they even as kids, we was a kids, what they say, hey, you talking too loud. Lower your voice. You're like,
Mm-hmm.
what? Cause my voice is louder than them. Like they try to make you whisper. Hey, talk a little lower when you talking to them. Like they teach you, hey, don't wear that when you around. Hey, don't wear no do rag. Make sure your hair not. You got hair, nah, cut it. Do a taper fade. They teach us from young kids how to live amongst this power structure, and we live it so much, we blind to it. It's just a normal thing. Like I wanted hair, but what people say, hey, you want to start making money out here with these white folks?
Yeah.
Cut it. As soon as I cut my hair, bro, I started getting the money from the white folks.
Listen, hey,
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 if we gonna
hey,
be honest, but we have to learn how to live amongst this society. Nobody else is being taught, hey, don't move like that. Like Z said, hey, get another car and drive it to work. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Because they watching you.
Yeah.
And if you believe they not watching you and they sitting back like, nah, he too good. But now if you giving them praise, oh, I thank you. I thank God. I thank this. They be like, oh, this a good person. You know?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Go be a black person and say, hey, black lives don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Hey, they gonna give you $1 million.
Yeah.
Hey, go hold up the fist like Colin Kaepernick. You'll
Yeah.
never see him again.
Yeah.
You'll never see him
Yeah.
again. But the black people say, hey, don't go hold up that fist. You know them white people don't like that. Hold up a thumbs up next time.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Get up when the national anthem come on. You ain't got to put your head over your
Yeah,
heart, but get up.
Yeah,
get
yeah,
up.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
do it all the time. I do it when I go to the game. I put my hand behind my back and I pray.
Yeah.
But let
Yeah.
me
I
ask
keep it
you
every
a
time.
question.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
feel uncomfortable though.
No,
Yeah.
You feel
I don't.
uncomfortable. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. You know them white people looking at you.
But
You
I've
tight as
done it so
hell,
many
boy.
times. I don't even pay them no
Yeah.
attention like when I do that because I talk to everybody when I go to the gym, so I don't even be. Yeah, but when that song come on, my hands come behind. I just pray.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's all
Hey,
I do.
fellas, I got to roll, man. It's been another good
Yes,
morning.
sir. Yes, sir.
All right,
All right,
All
fellas.
y'all.
right, see y'all.
Have a
Have a
good
good
one.
day.